your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, and it's time for what? Yet again, another palette mashup. So today we're gonna do the what is it? The BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes Blueberry Muffin palette alongside the Bubblegum palette. I told y'all I would do this a while ago, so these are just some of the colors I swatched to try out. We're gonna use everything except this blue right here. I decided to keep it more like smoky, dark if you will, and we're gonna have blue on the lid. So I figured we didn't have to use the blue in the crease. We're gonna use the navy blue on the outer V instead of using a black, if you will. So we took this and this shade from the Bubblegum palette, and the rest of the shades, believe it or not, are all and this one is from the Bubblegum, but we're not going to use this one, so we're going to use these for this one and then that one. So it's two shades I swatched that we're not going to end up using, and both of them are from the this one is from Bubblegum and then this one is from Blueberry Muffin, but the rest of them we're going to use. So I wanted to do this eye look just to show that you don't need to get the new palette from what's his name, Wayne Goss, because there are plenty of palettes that have similar shades in them. Like this palette has a majority of the shades that are in his palette. You got the gray, you got this pinkyish type shade he has for the inner corner. It's not exact, but you got this shade and this shade that are similar to that shade. Then you have what else did he have? He had like a shimmery blue in there. There's plenty of shimmery blues in here. There's this shimmery blue and this shimmery purplish blue. So I'm going to use this one on the lid and some of the other shades just to show you that you don't have to have that palette in order to get a shimmery type look. So let's go ahead and get started, because to me that palette is just high and I feel like it's kind of limited, and since I am a connoisseur of blue shadows, I felt like, you know, because I was definitely like, yes, it's a basic pop of blue palette, but you know, my type of pop of blue, so I had to look at it like, girl, be realistic. You're not going to use that hardly any, because there's a whole bunch of grays in it and then a black and a blue. And I'm like, I just don't need it. Like, I truly do not need it. I'm fine with not having it and, you know, not going to succumb to buying it just because it has this blue shimmer in it. Even though the blue shimmer looks really nice, but it's like, I can use a pretty cool palette because that's a whole bunch of monochromatic grays. And then just take the Doses Color Single I have. And that could be a whole eye look out of itself. As y'all can see, a storm is brewing here in Chicago, and I am just over here like, oh Lord. So if you heard that, that is the storm brewing here in Chicago, honey. I'm like, just please don't knock down any trees, especially on Veronica. Like, I need to get home. So just don't knock any trees on Veronica, Lord, please and thank you. Because that's all I'll be thinking when huge storms come up and I hear lots of loud noises like that. I'm like, oh crap, please don't let anything fall on my car. Lord Jesus, please. Because I can't put my car in the garage because my grandma's car is in the garage. And since it hasn't moved in like 3 years, like, it won't even start. So it's like, even if I wanted to put my car in the garage, I couldn't. And, you know, this is her house. So then her car should be in the garage, not mine. Because I'm not going to move her car back into the garage every time, you know, I have to leave over the weekend. So it's like, yeah, no. Anyways, we just blended that out nicely. It's nice and pigmented, as you can see, because I'm trying to round it out and make it a little bit smoother, if you will. I didn't pick a color to dust it off with. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to come back to this palette a little bit later when it's time for the shimmers on the lid. But right now, we're going to go into this palette, and we're going to go into that gray shade I showed you all. It's called Treat. I'm just going to go ahead and like this. I hate using this palette because if you all remember, I showed you my mirror came broken, so it's like I see my face looks weird because it's like my eyes are in one spot and it's like my face is cut off at a weird angle because the mirror is cut at a weird angle. So it's like I usually hate using this one, but I'm trying to just focus on my eye part and not look at the lower part because otherwise I'll get mad. I'm liking the interesting color combination I'm getting with this, especially toward the front of the eye, because I'm really liking it though. It's a vibe. I feel like it's something I haven't done before either, which is good because I'm giving y'all something different as opposed to the same old, same old. So I'm just dusting and politely and dusting all over. Anyway, let's take the clean brush once more. Start dusting with all this. Okay, so this is what we looking like so far. I feel like this one doesn't have the same gradient fade to it as this side does. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, I just like the way this one fades into the color better than this side. I don't know why, but it's like 11 something nice, so maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know, but anyway, let's get into the next shade, which is in the, what is this palette? The bubblegum palette. So I'm going to take the shade Sweet Tooth and Bubblegum, and then I'm going to top it with the shade, I believe it's Tempting, here in the Blueberry Muffin palette. So let's start off with the Sweet Tooth shade, and then we'll put Tempting on top of it. That's what I had to grab, a lid brush. We'll just take you right here. I choose you. Matter of fact, no, I choose you. Okay. Take this BS Cosmetics number 6 from the Poolside collection and start brushing it on the lid. And I'm just loving the reflect of this shade. It's one of my favorite shimmer shades to use out of blues. I was thinking about doing a video on just showing y'all my favorite shades and palettes to use, because I tell y'all, like, it's some palettes, whenever I reach for that palette, it's like just certain shades and I just always want to use and like have to use out of a palette. So like I have that with certain palettes, but let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing that, because it's like, I feel like y'all know some of them just because since I've done a lot of palette mashups recently, I reach for certain shades all the time. And then sometimes I just talk about in that palette, that shade that I'm just like, yes. Every time I see the palette, I have to reach for the shade. I'm sorry. Because it is like that for me. Some palettes, I just be like, yes. Like, as soon as I see the shade, I'm like, yes, please. I'm reaching for it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to just go in with the brush with the gray on it and just dust around the shimmer lightly again. I didn't add any product, as you saw, because I had to go to the other palette and I didn't take time to open and do all that. I'm just trying to lightly dust here, and then I'm going to go in with the clean brush and start dusting around after the fact, now that we put some more of the matte shade around it. But yeah, so that's what we're looking like so far. Now we're gonna go back into the Blueberry Muffin palette and take the shade Tempting and put that on top of this one, because it has like purple reflex in it that I'm here for, that I'm vibing with. So we're just gonna lightly put that on top. I'm trying to kind of just center it toward the middle, so that way we can have the deeper shade on the outer part, and the middle can be like a lit, as you can see. So as you see, it gave that extra little oomph I was looking for. And try to keep it concentrated right here in the middle, honey. Right there. So yeah, this is what we're working with. I'm loving how when I turn the eyes, you see how the center shade moves with us. Like, yes, honey, yes. Okay, so let's get to our inner corner shade. Inner corner brush, if you please. Where are you, madam? Here she is. Okay, so I want to take the shades Yummy and Cravings and put those in the inner corner. So let's go ahead and start with that shade. Oh, y'all just saw some lightning. And it's starting to like pour down for real. Yeah, like y'all, it sounds horrible outside. I'm so glad I am inside. Okay, so this is pretty much the finished eye look, y'all. I am obsessed. I am enraptured. As usual, y'all know I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I'm loving it. It embodies like all of the gray and blue smokiness of life for me. And then it has a nice little cute wannabe like lilac-ish purple kind of inner corners thing, which is just totally a vibe. I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I'm loving it. So anyway, this is a finished eye look using the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin and Bubblegum palettes. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.